right. Hello. Welcome back to another episode of the What's New Mama podcast. We are your hosts, Giselle and Amy.
Hi.
We have been on quite a break. It's been a crazy season. I think
Yeah.
it's been a month. I think it's exactly a month
Yeah. Something like that,
since
right?
our
Yeah.
last episode. We had every intention to record multiple times, but life happened. And
hmm
here we are. We're
Yeah.
going to tell you all about it. Well, we're going to tell you as much as we can and about it at the
Yeah.
moment.
Yeah.
But one of the key things is everybody was sick at one point.
Yeah.
And like, it was funny because not funny, but Amy's family was sick and then we got sick. Well, not really
hmm
I got sick. Thank God it didn't pass on to Tom and Derek. But we were like, all right, so guess that's out. We can't record. But I had lost my voice completely. Like, even if I wanted to, because like right now I'm a little stuffy and my voice is kind of in and out. I absolutely had no voice. And it wasn't strep, it wasn't the flu, it wasn't COVID or anything. All of that stuff came back negative. So I have no idea what it was.
Just
The
the
doctors
virus.
have no idea. It's just whatever's going around.
Yeah.
I'm going to just say it's the holiday influenza, COVID, RSV, strep mix of all of the above.
You got like the tail end.
Yeah. Yeah. I think I was also working crazy hours. So I'm sure.
I mean, it could be
the
like
stress.
Yeah, the stress and just not sleeping well.
Yeah.
Kind of like did it. Because that happens. That actually happens to your brother all the time.
Oh, really?
Right now, he's he sounds like you.
Yeah.
And he's like coughing in between, trying to clear it out. But
yeah,
it's just it just bothers him.
I sound like I'm going through puberty. Like,
And he's
it's
just
like
he's there for like maybe it takes maybe like 3-4 days, maybe even up to a week, and then he's back to normal. So it happens. It's just, I guess, it's youth.
I think it's stress. I think it's us overworking too.
Yeah.
Like, my schedule, like I've been working 7:30 in the morning till 11 o'clock at night, like Monday through Friday. And even on Christmas Eve, I was working. Like the weekends I've been working. It's just been, there's been no work-life balance. Let's just put it that way. It's the craziest time of the year. It's a busy season for us. So it's just nonstop. But I do think that's probably what it was. I think it was my immune system was probably down. My stress levels were very high up and I had minimal rest. I feel exhausted. I try to put on concealer so I don't look so tired. And I'm like, I need a vacation.
You look tired, but it's like refreshed tired. I don't know. It just looks good. Me, when I look tired, I have I guess, thin skin here now, and all of this turns black. So I look like I've been in a boxing ring with people, and like it's bad. It's bad. But I think this is hereditary because my dad has the same thing. Like it's very puffy and very like black under here. So I put concealer, but you can still see black.
Okay.
I've slept 8 hours, so
okay. Well, no, and I'm also stuffy, so I know I'm puffy. So that doesn't help the situation either. I'm like
you gotta I feel like massage it out and push it up and then out this way.
Yeah, I don't have time for that. I don't have time
with hot water.
I do try to take like steamy showers. Like today is hair wash day, so I'll be washing.
Steam is coming.
Yeah, and like my hair is just, it's long overdue, and I know that'll help to open everything up. Yeah. There was so much that happened. I don't even know where to begin. So we were going to do an episode about prepping for the holidays and leading up to the holidays. Like, hey, do you do an elf on the shelf? When do you find time to wrap the gifts and all of that stuff? Do you want to talk about that at all? Because I know at this year, also, wait, this is a big deal. We hit a year of recording and our episodes because we technically launched New Year's.
Yes,
New Year's Day of 2023.
Yeah, we did. I saw that on I think it was Instagram. It gave me like the remember when or whatever, and I came up with the
yeah.
Yeah.
So it's been a year.
Thank you, guys.
for listening and for supporting us and, being patient with our crazy mom schedules. And just, it's been nice, like I know we're not, there's been some topics and some episodes that were all over the place and it's not just streamlined into one, but this is how our brain works.
Yeah.
Like there was a Instagram post that showed, I finally understand like my wife's brain, because she was like, oh, I gotta prep breakfast. And then she realized the dishwasher wasn't unloaded. And then she realized, oh, I forgot to order, whatever it was. And then it was like one thing to another. And I showed it to Tom and he's like, yep, this is you. This is what you do. And I'm like, it's just how we operate. We operate on multiple levels at the same time. So when you listen to our podcast,
that's what it's like. It's like, oh yeah, I remember. Like, I just remember.
I just did it. Like, oh wait, we had a year. But no, seriously, thank you guys, and we appreciate you. All the guests that we've had too. We appreciate you guys for sharing your journey, your story. It's been nice. So thank you. But yeah, let's get into the chaos.
Well, just remember, because it was seriously, you just said something about the guests, and I was like, wait, Nat had her baby.
Yes.
So congratulations,
yes,
and her family. Yay! I just wanted to put that in there.
Yeah, it was funny because I was like, should we make a post about it? And then I meant to ask her, and then I forgot, and then. But yeah, here we are. So she had her baby, healthy baby. Everybody's doing fine. Beautiful baby girl. Like, so cute.
So cute. Yeah.
But yeah, so that was another part of it. But a lot of shit has happened.
Oh my God. Yeah. I know.
A lot. Amy has had a very eventful December.
God. I know. I think, did we record before that happened? I think we did. We recorded with Natalie. Yes.
And then we recorded our own like episode, which I don't remember at the moment what it was at this point, because it seems like eons ago.
Yeah.
But there was an episode that you did mention you weren't feeling well. I remember you talking about it. Like you were like, oh, I don't know what I can eat. Like you had indigestion and all that stuff.
Because I wasn't feeling well because I hadn't slept. That's what it was. Because I hadn't slept. Yeah.
But it was because you were in pain. Because you mentioned.
Yeah, I was in pain.
That you were like doubled over in pain. So then that led to.
I laugh about it now because I'm like, I was so dense. So I also mentioned that I had been going to the doctor. I did go to the doctor. They did the ultrasound because we thought it was a hernia. Remember? They thought it was like a stomach hernia or something.
Yeah.
And it wasn't that and nothing. So yeah, guys, I ended up in the hospital. So it was a Tuesday and I went to the hospital. Monday night. It was a Monday night. Yes. Yeah. And I had to call my sister to come stay with the kids because I was keeled over in the bed and I couldn't move.
Yeah.
Like it was like intense pain that I was just like, oh man, I can't even move from here. And I started crying. I was like, oh my God, what am I doing? Because your brother's not home. He was at work and he wasn't answering his phone.
Yeah.
I was so mad because I kept calling him because I'm like, I don't know what to do. Should I wait for you to get home? Regardless,
because this was like midday, right in the middle, right?
It was,
or no, it was in the evening.
It was 10 p.m.
Yeah.
It was 10 p.m. and I was battling back and forth of what to do.
Yeah.
Because I had the kids sleeping and I didn't want to wake them up. So, because obviously I thought about them first. I was like, should I wait till morning to go to the hospital? Should I go now?
I feel like I'm dying. Should I wait till the morning? To like these are parent mom thoughts.
And then I was thinking, oh well, Victor comes home late and he's tired. I don't want to make him rush to go out to the hospital. And I'm like,
you're still minimizing how severe it is.
Because I was in pain, but I was also saying I could probably wait it out because I've stayed with that same pain overnight for 2 days before.
Yeah.
So I was like, I was fine.
But this is what we do. And as women, I feel like we tend to like ignore like, oh, I'll be fine. I'll take Tylenol. whatever it is, and I'll just push through.
And
There's
it was
this
so
like
nice too
mindset of
because
pushing through.
we had just gotten our Christmas tree. We had set up the house for Christmas. You know, we
Yeah.
decorated. We have done everything. So I was like, I'm fine. I'll make it
Yeah.
through Christmas.
Yeah.
And then I'll go get checked out. But I know I didn't make it through Christmas. That night I ended up finding out that I actually had a gallstone blocking my gallbladder duct, like the neck of the
Yeah.
gallbladder.
Yeah.
And it didn't have any signs of being able to move out of there. So I had to get emergency surgery the next day at like 1 in the afternoon or so. They had me prepped for surgery overnight. And
then as I'm texting Amy to check in and see how she's doing, she's like, all I keep thinking about is food. I haven't had food since yesterday.
I hadn't eaten anything. And the worst part was I couldn't even eat after surgery.
Yeah.
They had me on a clear diet. So all I had was soup and Jello and water and a lot of ice water that they gave me, like some weird icy lemonade or
slushy, like a
slushy thing. Yeah.
Okay.
It's what they were giving me, and I was like, this is gross, but I'm hungry, so I'll eat anything. But yes, guys, don't ignore your body. Just because apparently it was really bad. When they took it out, he was concerned. They had to actually, after that surgery, because it was done laparoscopically, it was only 4 holes I got on my body. They usually release you within 2 hours from that surgery because it's not that serious.
Yeah.
They actually kept me because I lost blood, a lot of blood. And I had one of my bile ducts had like some kind of, I guess it was like, not seizing, but it had like some, like they just worried that they
spasm.
saw it. Yes, there you go, spasm.
Yeah.
Like it was just doing that. And they were like, you need to stay overnight to get observed just to make sure you're okay. Which scared Victor twice.
Yeah.
Because they told him the surgery was supposed to be like an hour, and I was in there for 2 hours. Me, I don't know, because I was out.
You were out, yeah.
I was out, so I didn't know it was that long. And he was just like, he was freaking out because all he saw, and then, you know, like they have like a screen with my birth date on it.
Yeah.
So he knew who it was. And he was just like, it just didn't move from like how far it was going or whatever. And he was really freaked out by that.
Yeah.
So that was my first week of December.
Was it the first week of December or the
second?
Yeah,
it was the first week. Well, it was like the 5th. I got the surgery on the 5th.
Yeah. So, okay.
So I was in the hospital for the remainder of that week. And I came home and everybody was in stitches here. The kids missed me. Sienna was worried. I told you she was crying because she didn't know what happened to me because I didn't pick her up or wake her up or do anything with her that day. She saw my parents and she thought the worst. I don't know what she thought, but, you know, my parents came. I think I did mention my mom came back. She had COVID, but luckily she was better, even though I think she wasn't completely better. She probably had residuals because everybody got sick when she was here.
Yeah. I mean, you have that lingering cough for months after COVID.
Yeah, she was godsend, to be honest. It was like my body was like, all right, she's here. Let's malfunction.
Yeah.
Because she came and she did everything. She cooked. She took care of the kids. She took care of me. I was able to sleep. And I highly recommend staying at the hospital for a day.
If you're a tired mom, this is what you gotta do. Just go to the hospital.
Yes, it was a great stay. I mean, they put like
5 out of 5 stars.
compression things on my legs. That were massaging my legs the whole time.
Yeah.
And they were like, "Oh, you must be annoyed." I was like, "No, I'm not annoyed. This is the best."
You get to watch whatever show.
I watched everything. I could hear it. Everything. I could hear my show. I was like, yes. I could answer Jeopardy questions without having to scream.
I remember talking to you. You were like, wow, this is nice. I feel like I'm on vacation.
It was, I sent that picture to you and Jess, and I was like, hey, guys, I got my vacation.
Yeah. And the only thing was the food. That was the only thing.
Yeah, I don't think it was the food, but whatever. I
You don't
made up for
recommend the
it.
food. No, no.
No, no, not recommend. That's 0 out of 10.
But then you got home and your mom was making
Yeah,
all
I mean,
your
like,
favorite dishes and
yeah, she
like taking
was
care of the
cooking,
kids.
and I'm still taking it easy with what I eat because
Yeah.
like they really do just throw you into the wild. I tell you, they give you zero instructions, and no matter how many times I asked, it was like you'll be fine. You can eat whatever you want. I was like, I'm sure I cannot
Yeah,
eat
that you
whatever I
can't.
want.
No, I'm sure you can't eat some spicy, like, buffalo, whatever
Like,
food
no, don't
full of
lie to me. I was
grease.
like, I know
Yeah.
I'm gonna be shitting my brains out like after this. And it's true, you do. It's like you're missing a whole organ that you kind of need, I
Yeah.
think. But
But also, you didn't mention how, and this goes back to Natalie's point, and even things that we've talked about in the past, like when you go to a doctor and like you tell them, I don't know, like this doesn't feel right.
yeah.
And I remember you saying that they did a sonogram to check and they didn't see anything.
Yeah,
and so they were ready to kind of let you go back home.
dismiss. They did.
Yeah.
They
No,
were like
the day that
the
you
day
were like,
of.
no, like
Mhm.
I need you guys to check because I'm uncomfortable
Mhm.
and whatever, and you kept pushing, and
Yeah,
then
and then
that's
they
when
did the ultrasound and
they
all that, and
they did
found.
something. Yeah, they did something else, and then that's when they were like, oh, wait a minute, like
Mhm.
there might
Mhm.
be something else here.
Mhm.
Meanwhile, they were ready to kind of let you go back
Yeah.
home.
Yeah.
And what did the doctor say? Like, luckily it didn't rupture or something like
Yeah,
that.
because then it would have been worse. It could have
Yeah,
gotten like, what is it?
sepsis
My
or
liver failure. Like you get
yeah,
liver failure because it affects your liver and it starts traveling
yeah,
around. Yeah,
yeah,
So luckily nothing like that happened. But he said it was pretty bad, and I was surprised because, I mean, it's something you can't. I don't think you could see in an ultrasound. You only see because I got to see it. It was really cool. I'm
yeah,
always like, can I see?
yeah.
um you could see the stones, which was weird. I could see the actual stone. It was pretty. It was like he said it wasn't that big, but it was blocking the whole
So it was like a
the
bottleneck, like it
duct.
was covering completely
Yeah.
the
Uh-huh.
path.
And he was like, I'm not sure if you're gonna be able to pass this or move it around. Maybe if you massage yourself a little bit, but
Okay.
but this is how I think what happened was the day we went Christmas tree shopping, I was carrying Milo because he got scared of the like
The chopping.
the chopping and stuff, like just
Okay.
hearing the noises.
Yeah.
So he was just like, carry me, carry me. So I picked him up and I
Yeah.
had him on top of me. His sheer weight moved the
It put
stones,
pressure. Yeah.
and it put a
Yeah.
lot of pressure on me. And then after that, it was just like every night after that, I could not eat anything.
Okay.
So I think that's what happened. I hate to blame it on the little one, but I think that's exactly what happened because remember I kept telling the doctor every time I carry my kid, it bothers me. It hurts. I was like, why
Yeah.
does it hurt? And that's when she thought it was just an hernia because I was picking him up. But
Yeah.
it turns out it was my body telling me like, no, stop picking him up because I'm shifting
There's
something
something.
inside.
Yeah.
And I kept telling her, I feel something there hard, like
Yeah.
something hard that's not supposed to be there because I felt like if I slept sideways, my rib would hit something. And I was like, ew. And it would
That's
freak me out.
weird.
And I was like, ew, what is catching on there? What's going on? Like, I was just like, ew, stop. Like, this is nasty. Like, why am I feeling my insides? No, seriously. I was like, why am I feeling what's inside my...
ew.
Yeah, no. Because I would be trying to sleep sideways and it was like my rib would catch to something. And I was like, ooh. And I don't know about you, but I've had that sensation. I could think about it and I'm just like, ooh, this is gross. So I would try to like fix myself and it was like, I could hear it like pop, like from like whatever it was moving.
It
yeah. And I was like, ew, what is that? And it was like me questioning everybody. What is that? What is that? What is that?
Yeah.
And it's just, but I don't think you could catch whatever I had on an ultrasound because he said when he took it out, it was black, like it was sludge. It was disgusting. Yeah.
Ew.
He was like, it was gross. He told me, he was like, it was gross. He was like, honestly, don't know how you went a whole year feeling that way. And because I thought it was just indigestion.
Yeah.
And anytime I ate something, I just feel like a little icky.
Yeah.
I would take something and I'll be fine. So I just move along with it. So yeah. Until I started feeling that like it
a
felt like a
physical,
rock, like a
yeah.
rock. It was just weird. And then and here we are. I have no gallbladder, and I don't feel that distress anymore in the middle there. Like I was just
Yeah.
carrying something heavy.
How is the healing process? Because I know they put, you said glue,
Yeah,
like on
that was
the
weird.
holes.
Yeah, there's glue where the stitches are supposed to be.
Yeah.
I can't lift anything over 15 pounds, so no carrying Milo. Don't
Wow.
doing anything actually, really. Not too much stuff
Have
around
they
here.
adjusted?
He has, yes.
Yeah.
He's okay with me not carrying him. He had to learn how to get in and out of his car seat without me pushing him up, so which was interesting. He learned because he learned with Victor and his sister, which is nice. And my mom helped him like learn how to get into the bathtub and all that, so he can get in and out. And he's like, "Mom, I'm a big boy, I can do it." And he's like, "Are you okay, Mom? How's your boo-boos doing?"
Oh,
so that was like the best part because he's been trying to nurse me back to health.
Yeah. Wasn't he also like kissing or like around, like trying to make you feel better?
He's always been like that, but he's even more kissy. He's a good boy.
And Sienna's better now too.
Yes,
right?
She's better. She was really worried. Yeah. I was surprised because she doesn't really talk about all that stuff, or she's not very into like wanting to hug you and stuff.
Yeah,
it's very random.
Yeah.
So I was surprised.
This is definitely probably going to be a core memory for her because it's so different than like, so it'll probably stand out for her in her mind. Where eventually you guys will talk about, you know, as she gets older. And how's Victor doing? Because this is definitely...
Oh my God. So that sent him on, hopefully nobody from his job listens to this currently, but he told me it was okay. I could talk about it, but he was just like, that kind of sent him to a spiral. Just seeing me like, all of a sudden like, oh shit, it's serious. He's usually, he's very good at dismissing, like, cause I'm always like, oh, don't worry about it. Don't worry about me. I'm fine.
He's adopted your own take on your own health. Like, you're like, oh, it's so... it's fine. I'm bleeding. I'm fine. Don't worry about it. I'm good.
I'm fine. He's like, you sure? I'm like, yeah, I'm fine. Don't worry about it.
I'll put a Band-Aid over this massive cut.
That's what happened. I cut off. I haven't shared the story, but I cut my entire hand here. I saw my bone. Gosh. And I saw my bone. I saw it. And all I did was close the flap, put something around it, and hold my hand up here.
Oh my God, Amy.
I didn't go to the hospital. Victor came in, and when he asked me what I was doing, I cried just because out of like,
because
people asking me, and then I'm like, I'm fine. And he's like, you sure? I'm good. I went to the hospital because my boss begged me to go the next day when he saw my hand. And by then they were like, you don't even need stitches. It's already half healed.
It's like,
it's good.
It's mending. It's meshing back together.
My boss looked at it and he was like, that looks juicy. That's not supposed to look like that. But yeah, that's the mentality I've always had. I've done stuff where I just like, and I just keep moving. I don't stop. And I think I got that from my mom because she's the same way. She could be hurting, but she don't care. She doesn't vocalize it. And we don't. I don't do anything about it. So
that's definitely a old school Latino
and I think
mentality. Because my mom does the same thing.
I've been carrying that with me, and I've kind of adapted that as my personality.
It becomes a part. No matter how much we try to like distance ourselves and like you know, improve and like let go of the trauma and all that stuff, we're still carrying these little nuances and stuff, you know?
Yeah, I'm definitely 100%. I'm not going to lie there. That's my mentality. I've always like, I put my head down, keep it moving kind of situation. That's how I am. So with your brother, it kind of affected him to the point where he had like a midlife crisis. I'm gonna call it.
That's what we were calling it, midlife crisis.
He doesn't want to work where he wants to work, where he's working now. He realized like all the hours he's been spending at work, he could be here. He could have caught something, I guess. He feels like he could have seen something in me that he would have been like, nah, we gotta go. Let's go take care of this now.
But it was a huge shift overall because he now had to take on certain things that he wasn't used to taking on. And like, he wasn't going to just call you and text you, even though I think your mom was FaceTiming you. Like, when you were upstairs in the room, my mom's downstairs, she's FaceTiming me trying to find, something in the kitchen. Um,
And he
but
kept
it's a
hugging
huge
my
shift.
mom. He
Oh,
kept hugging her, telling her, thank you, thank you, thank you. Every time he left, thank you so much. Because he was just like,
oh,
what I would I have done? He was like, I would have
yeah.
to, like, if I go to work, I was like, I would have tried my best to get around. Like,
No. I mean, you would
you
have,
better
but
believe.
you would have been stubborn, and then you would have
And it
ruptured.
probably would have,
You know.
yeah. But I tried that the first day. Like when I got home, it was so funny. I tried to fold some clothes that were in the laundry room because I was like, I
Yeah.
know they're there. And
You've been thinking
Victor,
about it since you were in the
yeah,
hospital.
and Victor was like, "What are you doing? What are you doing?"
Yeah.
And I had to go sit down because I got lightheaded like almost immediately. I was like,
Yeah.
"Oh no, I can't do this."
Yeah. Well, I'm glad
So that
you
sent us.
were resistant, but then you dove into yes.
Let me
Take
rest.
care of
Yes.
me.
Yeah. I was like, let me try because it's very hard to shut that off.
Yeah.
I found that very difficult for me to shut it off because I was like, there's a million things that I have to do, and I'm like, I can't do any of them.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I was like, when I got home, we have a routine. Sienna gets home, I have to
Yep.
like take out her lunchbox, make sure it's clean for the next day, make sure she goes through her homework. And I couldn't do any of that. I wasn't downstairs. I was upstairs in my house
You
the
were
whole
resting.
time. And I had to tell my mom, all right, this is what you have to do. And then luckily my mom catches on quickly, but she just looks at everything and she sees what's missing and, she asks questions. She's not like my dad who was like, peace, I'm out. I'm going back home. My dad bounced after he knew I was fine because he was a mess too.
Yeah.
Yeah, he just bounced, and my mom did such a spectacular job. So shout out to my mom who finally found out that I'm doing this podcast.
Oh yeah, you told me that you told her.
She did great, and then I'm here. I'm surviving as we speak. Victor is switching jobs because he realized this is not working out for him. He's starting a new
many
job.
things were triggered by this event. Mm-hmm. Like even Milo, like I mean, go ahead. I'm just excited about like all these changes that are happening because like the job thing, like that schedule was killing him. It was
so now the schedule is not a nighttime; it's gonna be daytime, which is gonna kill me because I have to wake up super early. You know how I feel about that.
But you'll have your weekends back with your family because he was working
Saturdays
nonstop. Like it was just it wasn't healthy.
Yeah,
and Milo now has a little bit more independence. He's not as reliant on
so he's starting to whatever. We started soccer, so he started like the first couple minutes he was kind of like, Mom, Mom, where are you? And it was like, I'm right here, I'm not moving, go ahead, go do your thing. So he's just like going to do his thing now. They took him to soccer this morning, so he should be can't wait to hear about that. How that went, because he doesn't listen. It's chaotic. Do pre-K soccer. I wanted to kill myself because all I hear is the kids screaming, running the parents talking, and everything. I was like, oh my God, this is too much. This is too much. I was like, this is why I'm sending you. Too much stimulation for me. I was like, this is driving me insane.
Yeah. And then Sienna's also, I think, like I said, I think this is a core memory for her because it's the first time I think that she realized, like, oh, like Mom, like I need to take care of her. Like we need to now take care of her, and it's like flipped a little bit.
Yeah,
because even she got sick during.
Oh yeah. We all got sick
again,
afterwards.
Like
so
COVID. Then the house got COVID, right? Like
I got we right after that week I came back, and then we all got sick. Milo got sick first, and then I got it. Then Sienna got it. Like for Christmas, she was sick all of Christmas. I felt so bad because it was like she woke up on the 24th. Was it that Saturday?
Yeah,
and she was just like not moving, not eating, not doing anything. And I was like, oh no, I don't want her to be sick during Christmas. That's terrible.
Yeah,
like she's not gonna feel good. I got her dressed. She was sweating through her clothes. I don't know if you could tell in the pictures that we took with the fam, but like I had to pull her hair back, and she was like sweating because she had like a fever.
No, you can't tell.
And she was just like, okay, after like maybe one or two, she's like, all right, I'm ready to go back to, can I take off my clothes now? I was like, yes, go ahead. We did the pictures. They're fine. Go throw yourself on the couch again.
Yeah.
And then she was there, and my sister came over. She was wearing a mask the whole time because she wasn't feeling well.
I'm not getting sick.
No, she had RSV. She had RSV, and it was like, I guess, remnants of it. She had like a cough still.
Yeah.
She wasn't feeling well. She had lost her voice. It was bad. Everybody was a mess.
Yeah.
But we still managed to get together.
And you guys took beautiful pictures. And you and your sister looked so cute.
Oh my God. We redid that recreation photo from 1995. I think it was. I don't remember. It was like 20 so something years ago.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got my outfit from Shein. That was a really big step for me to put on that bright red outfit from how I used to dress.
Good on you.
I hate wearing bright colors. I don't know if you noticed. I always wear like dark colors.
That color suits you really well. Like you should think about incorporating it a little bit more.
Well, now I have the red shirt, the red sweater, two red sweaters, and the headband and all that. I hate wearing headbands now. They hurt my head.
Yeah.
But we did that photo and it was so funny.
80s, 90s baby thing. Everybody lived in headbands. And those chunky ones too.
Yeah. It was funny because she was like, she randomly found this photo and she was like, yo, we should recreate this photo. I was like, oh, that's a good idea. That should be fun. And we did it. And it came out pretty good, I think. I think we look the same.
No, you do. You do. You guys look exactly the same. I was like, this is crazy. But
I look the same, which is nice to know. I was like 10 in the photo or 9.
Yeah. So that, and then Vic is changing jobs. Mm-hmm. You obviously had your mom come over. What else I think happened with you guys that I'm trying to like catch up on? I feel like I'm forgetting something.
I'm going to go see AJ. Wait. Nobody knows this. I want to go see AJ in March, and Victor bought me backstage passes so I could meet him.
Oh, that's amazing.
I'm like, freaking out. I don't know what I'm going to say. I don't want to mumble. I don't want to not say anything because I have met him before in person. It's just chaotic because I met him with the 4 other guys with the Backstreet Boys.
Yeah.
So I don't know. We'll see.
Are you going by yourself or is Sharon going with you?
He's going with me. Victor's going with me to the concert. But he bought those tickets for me to meet him backstage. So I was like, okay, well, I'm running away with him and I will see you in a couple years.
You got the Dominican version of AJ.
I know. That's what happened. I know. So, yeah.
And then you're potty training Milo.
Yes. Well, I've been potty training Milo for like a year. No, but
you were like...
He pooped on his fucking underwear. Like, I mean, once he did that, and then he kept peeing in there, and then I left him without. So Jess told me, I used to leave him without anything.
Leave him without anything, yeah.
So I left him without anything on. You want to know what he did to me?
Wasn't that the protest pee?
He came to sit next to me with his legs up in the air like this on the couch, right? So, Matt, this is his thing, and these are his legs.
Yeah.
And I'm looking at him. I'm like, you can't sit on the couch because if you pee on the couch, I'm going to spank you.
Do you have a
not playing
couch?
with you.
You do?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So I could take it off and wash it.
Yeah.
But I'm like, I'm going to spank you. You are not supposed to sit on the couch.
Yeah.
You know the deal. Because if you pee on this, it's hard. I have to take this all off and wash everything.
Yeah.
He's like, I'm not peeing on the couch. Watch. And he fucking goes and pees up into the air, and it's gonna come down.
Yeah.
And I'm like, what do you mean watch? And he's like, you see it? It's not on the couch, Mom.
So he
sprinkle on the couch. I'm looking at him like, am I really arguing with a 3-year-old? Him telling me, no, I'm not gonna pee.
I didn't know the whole story. I didn't know the whole story. I just know that he peed on the couch. But the fact that to him, he's like, there. No, I'm peeing basically up.
Yeah, he's like, look, I'm good. And I'm looking at him like, you had to pee?
Yeah, no.
Like, we could have gone to the potty. He's so bad.
And he knows to verbalize it, right? Like, I think he's just
being stubborn. He doesn't want to do it.
Like, he's challenging you because he knows he can.
Mm-hmm. And he doesn't, and then like, I was telling you guys, he doesn't want to stop what he's doing to go to the bathroom, which is a big problem. Big problem.
So it hasn't gotten better?
He's still wearing his pull-ups and he's still going in them. And I'm still changing them.
Gotcha.
And I'm like, I'm sending you to school. You be somebody else's problem. I know I'm not supposed to send you like this, but I will.
Without pull-ups, you mean?
Yeah. I was like, I'm going to send you to school. You have your accident.
People have done that. And it actually works. So I have a coworker of mine And like him and I talk about it all the time, and I'm like, Matt, like, what are you doing? Because his son is a little older than Derek, and he said, well, he's learned to not like pee and poop on himself in daycare, but when he comes home, he does it. So he knows what he's doing, but he knows that when he's outside of the home, he doesn't have anything to kind of protect him. And so he goes bathroom, like he goes asked to go to the bathroom, and they take him to the bathroom, he does his business, and he's good to go. But at home, he doesn't do that. At home, they need to put a pull-up or something.
Watch this guy do the same thing. Watch.
So
my
they
money's
know.
on mine, though.
And then my other coworker that has 2 boys, he was like, you got to just leave them naked, because at home, like, you got to leave them naked, because they're going to basically do it on themselves, and they're going to be like,
he doesn't give a fuck. I tried that.
Clearly, he was like,
he don't care. He don't care.
But I think this is a step in the right direction, though. This is the furthest you've gone, right? Right?
Yeah.
And did you get the little urinal, or did you just get the little fancy toilet?
He has a little potty. He likes sitting in the big potty, so we just do the adapter.
Okay.
And then I got the little car one.
Okay.
He uses that one. He uses that one once in a while, like, all right, I'll try it, but I think he's more interested in the big toilet, because he's like, I'm a big boy.
You're a big boy, yeah.
I was like, yeah, you're a big boy, yeah. I was like, still going in your butt.
So has he actually pooped in the big boy toilet?
No, he's scared of pooping.
Okay.
Just pee.
Okay.
Yeah.
And be careful, though, because somebody I know that was potty training, the daughter was like eager to like learn, but she fell in. And after that, it was like starting over from scratch, because she was scared of the toilet.
The potty thing is pretty small, so like the adapter covers most of it, so only his bum fits through. And he got big booty, so he don't go through. I've verified.
Got it. Okay. And then changes coming, new jobs for Vic. And then
so he's good. And they actually offered me one, but I have to travel to the city, and I don't think I could do that right now. So I'm not doing it.
Is that the company that you guys met at?
No, totally different. Totally different.
Oh, I know, because we talked about maybe possibly supporting him, like helping him.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
And he was like, I don't know if that's a good idea, until he was like, I don't want them taking you away from me, so you can help someone else.
Oh.
Because he knows.
So
we'll see.
So you're kind of tabling that for now.
Yeah, it's because so Milo starts pre-K in September, and it's only 3 hours. And I don't have anyone to drive him and pick him up. It's like right there, but once they're in school, it's different, because the school's like, I want to say a 15-minute walk. So if my mom stayed and there was an emergency, she could go pick them up.
Yeah.
Because it's right there. So
I mean, you should just move closer. You should move to my neck of the woods.
That was something we even talked about, like selling the house and going to downsize a little bit.
This was a major life, like this was a catalyst for like so many other conversations.
We had that conversation. Someone stupidly threw in something about moving far away. Yeah. So it was like, I'm not sure if that's a good idea.
Yeah.
He didn't like that idea either, because he was like, moving the kids to someplace new. Like, he was like, I'm not sure if that's a good idea for them.
Living proof of that is not a good idea. That's what they did with us. We moved 8 to 10, disrupted our whole lives.
Yeah. So I was like, yeah, well, I mean, I could defend myself. I speak the language, so.
Yeah, but
they don't.
It's still just different.
And I heard the schools are not that good either, so I'm not sure.
Well, I went to like private Catholic school. So.
And that's like another expense, right? So.
Yeah.
I don't know. Not the best idea.
Obviously, overseas, their money goes a much longer way. So you do live better, but you're still not, like, we're Americanized. Like, it's just different. I don't know. It's different. And also, it's different unless you're talking about maybe going to Spain or like, I just feel like it depends on what country you're talking about.
Yeah.
The Spain, you live really well. Portugal, you live really, really well.
I was telling Vic, I was like, let's go to Germany, where they have free stuff for us.
Germany.
Yeah.
But see, I don't think
I
that
don't know
language
what
is
we
way
would do
too.
there. Yeah, it's too hard to learn, I think. It's
At this
not.
point in my life, I don't think I'd be able to learn German. No, the kids, like the kids will probably easily pick it
Pick
up
up on
because
it. Mm-hmm.
the sponge. Like Derek is still learning Spanish and English, and
Mm-hmm.
eventually I want to learn Italian.
Mm-hmm.
Like I want him and Portuguese because those are
Mm-hmm.
all similar.
Mm-hmm.
So you can just and from
Yeah,
there,
it's easy to pick up.
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But for us, are you kidding me? We
No,
barely have time. We
the only
barely have
country I would
time.
consider moving to is Canada. If we ever needed to come
Oh,
down to moving to somewhere, I'm going up north.
I don't know about that. I
You're
don't.
like,
It's
I don't
nice, but isn't it like
know.
always cold?
Yeah,
You heard my voice?
you're like cool.
Cold.
Your voice shivered.
This is helping a little bit, but
Yeah.
I mean, talk about being stubborn and pushing through. I had no voice, and I was still trying to work
Mm-hmm.
and calling people
Mm-hmm.
and
Mm-hmm.
talking to my manager and all that stuff. And I was like, literally, like I sound like I can't even imitate it because it
Mm-hmm.
was just awful. But I was still trying to do work until finally I was like, I need to take a day off to rest.
Mm-hmm.
And I was still working.
Mm-hmm.
So when you have these conversations of, is it worth it?
Mm-hmm.
No. Like nothing is worth missing out on bath time, playtime with these moments that we're never gonna get back.
Mm-hmm.
Like it's I don't know. A lot of things were put into perspective also for us. Like it's just not worth it. Especially because I guess the holiday season,
Mm-hmm.
there's a lot of emotions to it play. And then like for you guys, obviously, like it triggered something in Vic.
Mm-hmm.
And obviously in you, because you thought about going back to work and like planning that
Mm-hmm.
and the kids and all that. It's just, I don't know what it is. I think holiday season is just one of those things where you kind of take a moment to reflect. I think everybody should. And then obviously the new year.
Mm-hmm.
You're like, where am I heading into? What am I doing going forward? But
Yeah.
I don't know. What do you think 2024 has in store?
I don't know. Hopefully no more surgeries.
Yeah.
Hopefully I get so like going back to that, like I have to do more research on things, but I think I have to take supplements for things, and no one's really given me any direction on what to do. Like the doctor, the GI that did the stuff, he's just like, all right, eat some yogurt. I was like, yogurt, my man.
Probiotics.
For real. I was like, yogurt is definitely not the solution for everything.
No.
I could tell you that. I was like, no, I'm going to go do my own research.
Do you have a specialist that you can go to?
Yeah, I mean, so I have my appointment coming up with my physician. So I'm going to give her all the questions. I don't know if there's going to be like extra testing involved, like going forward, like if they have to check my liver or whatnot, you know?
Yeah.
So I have all the questions.
Yeah.
And hopefully some answers, because these people are really
Make sure to write them down.
They're really stubborn, because I remember like sitting in after like the surgery, I had like severe pain right here, like whiplash almost. Okay. And I was asking her, I was like, why does this hurt? And she's like, what hurts? I was like, here, like how specific do I have to be to tell you that this hurts? Like my neck feels like it's getting dangled off, like it's coming off. And she's like, oh, it's fine. I was like, no, what is it? Tell me what it is so I can stop asking you. Yeah. And she's like, oh, it's just the gas, because they pump my stomach with gas to see my organs, to be able to do the thing. Oh. So the gases go up this way, and it
she couldn't just say that.
I was like, tell me. I was like, tell me, because I'm going to keep asking you. I asked like 4 times before someone told me what it was. And she's like, you need to walk to release them. So I started walking, and I'm going to tell you, they gave me painkillers, and I started walking, and it went away. Yeah. So I was like, come on, just tell me the answer, because I'm going to keep asking.
But these are the things that should be standard.
Like they should tell you stuff. Like, hey, you're going to feel this. Uh-huh.
Yeah, no, this is what it's going to look like.
But I guess it's also something of where you're supposed to be a little bit curious and just ask all the questions before you go in. But I was so nervous, because I was like, this is my first surgery. I have no idea what the hell's going to happen in there. Yeah. Like, I kept thinking about, wow. Like afterwards, I was like, if I would have died on this table, I would have never known anything. No, because it's like they put you to sleep. All I remember is Dua Lipa in the background playing, because they had music for me. Yeah. And that's it.
Did they make you count down?
he said, take 2 deep breaths. I was out. But after the second breath, I'm going to tell you that. And all I remember is waking up to the nurse saying, hey, Amy, welcome back. I was like, what?
What does that mean?
I was like, what the hell? Where the heck? I was like, what the hell am I? I was like, what the hell am I? And then I hear some random dude, I guess, because it was like 6 of us that had just come out. And they have us all like next to each other in the recovery room. And he's talking about the Farmer's Almanac. And I feel like, shut the fuck up. And I don't know if I said shut the fuck up. Because you're in this state where you're like half there and half not there. So I was like, please. And I kept telling myself, don't say nothing, don't say nothing, don't say nothing. So I'm not sure. But you really don't know if you don't say nothing, don't say nothing. Imagine. And I was saying that aloud because that man was just talking and rambling, and the ladies were laughing. And they were like, wow, he's really talkative. And I felt like saying, shut the fuck up.
You probably did.
I probably did. You
probably did. You know why I say you probably did? Because you normally would have, without hesitation. You'd be like,
shut the fuck Can up. You shut up?
This is my vacation right now. This is my spa treatment.
But I was just like, because I was so out of it. I don't know. And then they told me, I told you this, and I still laugh about it with Victor because I keep thinking about Resident Evil. They told me that I got up from the after from surgery, the table. Yeah, that I got up from the table and I tried to fight them off.
You don't remember?
No, I have no idea. Like, and they were like, this normally doesn't happen with women, so they weren't expecting me to do that. It usually happens with younger men, they say. Okay. So I was like, gotcha. Oh, okay. Good to know that I'll be fighting in my sleep. Yeah. Wow. If I ever turn into a zombie, thank you.
Yeah, I don't want to take on Amy's zombie version.
I was like, okay. I was like, I guess my body's in fight mode all the time.
You needed that vacation.
I was telling Rick, I was like, like after that whole resting, like for a couple days, it was 2 weeks where I was just sleeping separately from everyone in Sienna's room. Yeah. It was like my body it was different. It was just relaxed, you know?
Yeah. Yeah.
It was nice.
Your posture changed.
It was relaxed. Even though we were all sick for Christmas, I was really like, it was different. It was cool. It was nice. Yeah. It was just a restful one for me.
You were walking slowly, not rushing everywhere.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah. It was again, I know it sucked. Mm-hmm. I know recovery sucked and all that stuff. But, and like you said, like, you were like, oh, it's the pressure from carrying Milo. But think of, if that would have never happened, you would have eventually had some issues later on or whatever.
Yeah.
Right, exactly. And so it's probably a good thing it happened when it did, because now it triggered conversations that you guys have been thinking about, obviously, but never really sat down to talk about, because you're like, oh, I'll worry about that later. We'll put that off for later, because we always think we have later. We have, we'll just worry about that. But then what if you don't? Like, what if, And so I'm glad that you guys were able to take that moment and then say, what do we want out of our lives? What do we want to do going forward?
Yeah.
Because I know Vic, and you were telling, you sent us a picture because he was doing the shades.
Oh,
he didn't know what to do because he was so anxious.
Gentlemen. How could I forget? I was like, I've become the fucking meme.
I do that. So like, I understand.
I thought it was the most funny thing. I had to send this to you guys because it was like, what is he doing? So
he's controlling the controllable.
It was one of those things where you see those videos online where women talking about, like, oh, my husband, we were hosting a party. He decided that he was going to go outside and paint. Or clean up something random that had nothing to do with the party. So my husband decided that it was a good time, even though everybody was coming for Christmas Eve party.
And he asked you, what do you need, right? Then he asked you, like, what do you need me to do?
What do you need me to do? And I was like, I'm fine. We're okay. Because my mom had set up my dad to bring food from a restaurant, which was so nice. Because I had actually bought chicken and stuff to make. And she was like, no. Let's just buy it. So my dad bought all the food and everything. So everything was set. He decided it was a good time to change all the shades in the rooms downstairs. starting with the dining room.
The dining
The
room.
room we need to set up the food. I was like, are you kidding me right now? I didn't, obviously I didn't say anything. I sent it to you guys because I was like, are you serious?
Yeah. But that was his anxiety also coming out. Like, all right, I don't have control over her healing. I don't have control over everything else that's going on. So I'm going to work on these shades because I know I can do.
I was like, all right. They look great, by the way. They're fine now. We did all of them downstairs. We switched them out, but holy moly. I was like, are you kidding me right now?
Did you get the ones that don't have the cord or like?
Yeah,
what did you
we've never had the ones that had the cord. It's just
okay.
It's been 10 years actually. We just celebrated our 10-year anniversary in our house last week. This week on Monday it was like the 8th. So all the shades were breaking down with the dogs running into them, the kids up and down, sticking their fingers in it and everything. So they all starting to fall apart at the seams. Like it was bad.
Yeah. So that was obviously priority for him. Number one thing to do.
They look great, but that could have been done like the following day, maybe.
Where did you guys get the shades from?
Select Blinds. Okay. I think it was. Where you got them from? So,
and he installed all of them by himself. He didn't need somebody to come over and do it.
He's neat like that with that stuff. With installation, he's very good about measuring and doing stuff like that. I'm not. I'm gonna tell you. I'm like the ladies from the like Instagram that you see. I'll measure with my arm. Half. Let's go. It's right here. I'll level.
You do this. You need to go right here.
And I step back. I step back, and then I'm like, all right, that looks level. Keep moving. I'm not into bringing all the tools.
That looks pretty straight. That's good.
That looks good. Keep it moving. I'll eyeball everything. He's very strict about. He'll have a pencil, the tape measure, and he strikes the laser out and everything. He's got lasers to put it on the wall. He does all that, and I'm like,
just eyeball it. Just eyeball like cooking, eyeball it, measure, eyeball it. You know,
can't go wrong.
Yeah, but I'm glad that there was a nice turn of events, that it triggered better things and conversations and all of that, because it could have just gone the other way.
Yeah, you know? Yeah.
But it's a new year for you guys. New schedule.
I still can't catch a break, by the way. I have a root canal on Thursday. I lost my filling from one of my teeth. I have to get that filled in. I'm good. I'm going in for everything.
Oh my God. You lost the
filling.
That hurts.
Remember from like April that I actually chipped my own tooth? Yeah. That filling fell out. It doesn't hurt.
Weren't you eating when you chipped it, or were you sleeping? Because I chipped my molar sleeping.
Sleeping.
Because I was grinding my teeth.
Sleeping, yes. So that's why I have the thing now for my teeth to sleep with, the guard. And then, but I ate something. I don't know what the hell I was eating. An empanada, and the whole thing just chipped off.
Oh my God.
Like, oh, okay. It doesn't hurt. I've had it for a week and a half already.
Okay.
It doesn't hurt.
It's not sensitive.
Because it's not, no, it's because my tooth, it just broke. It's fine.
All right.
It doesn't hurt. And then they just go in and they fill it without any anesthetic or anything, so it's okay.
Okay, so it's not deep. That's good.
No, it's the whole back part is missing. It's the incisor.
Oh,
the little canine.
Yeah. Oh my God,
it's fine. It's probably gonna have to get replaced or something. I don't know.
That's what you said before. You ended up in it's fine.
It's fine. I'm fine. No, this one's fine. It's this one that I'm worried about. I got a root canal.
Yeah. Are you gonna do it both at the same time?
Yeah. Okay. Thursday morning, 7:30. Right and early.
7:30. That's early. That's early for you, right?
Yeah. I wake up. I make it there 15 minutes prior.
Okay.
I wake up. Don't worry.
Oh man. So that was the madness. Were the kids happy with their gifts at least?
We didn't get a lot.
Did you and Vic do gifts? Like, what did you guys do?
We actually, he actually.
We got you the concert tickets.
I got myself the concert tickets because that just came out. That just came out, and on a whim, I was like, "I'm buying these. There's no way I'm missing this." So I bought them, and I was like, "Well, I'll think about how I'll pay for that later." But they weren't expensive, so I was like, "Whatever."
Okay. But did you guys do an actual exchange of gifts or no?
He bought me a Coach bag, like because I needed a black purse because I don't have. I was complaining about how I don't have a black purse, like a small black purse to go anywhere.
Yeah.
So he got me one,
Okay.
and I got him a gag gift. Because
What was it?
I usually buy his gift like that first week of December. I
Yeah.
didn't do anything.
You couldn't, yeah.
I didn't do anything. I was like, I'm sorry. This is all I got you. It was like, so you know the Jeeps, they do the ducking. They duck you, the Jeep people. So if you have a Jeep, in the Jeep community, if they like your Jeep, they'll give you a rubber duck with like a cool design on it or whatever. So I got him 4 rubber ducks. They're this big.
Yeah.
And it's Ninja Turtles. The Ninja Turtles.
Oh, that's cute. That's cute.
Each
but
one
I think
is
that
a
was
different
his favorite growing up.
Yeah.
Ninja Turtles.
So I got him those. And that was a gag gift that cost me, but I was like, okay, I'll do that. And then I was gonna do like clothing because he always needs like clothes,
sweater vests and things like that
and
for
stuff.
work.
So didn't get to it. So I'll just make it up now in February for his birthday.
Yeah, yeah.
So
what are you guys gonna do for his birthday? Do you know?
I know he's gonna be off. He's taking some time off from work. He's taking like 3 weeks off. So in between
3 weeks
jobs.
off? That's good.
In between, yeah.
Oh, that's perfect.
That's the idea, but we'll see because he's such a workaholic. He tells me.
There's also the spring break for the kids, right?
Winter break, yeah.
Winter break, yeah. So you guys could probably go away.
That's the week that he said he wants to be off, so you can spend with them because she'll be here.
Yeah, yeah.
But I'm not sure if we're gonna do anything for that week at all.
Maybe you guys should go somewhere.
I told him, but I don't know. Like the idea of even going to like a Great Wolf Lodge or any water park, indoor water park.
I mean, it's gonna be packed.
Gross. I was like, I can't do it. I can't do it.
But no, maybe go on like a road trip, like how you guys do sometimes.
But we have like a ton of stuff to do. We want to get the passports for the kids since he has time off. We're gonna do that and just like finish stuff that he needs to finish around the house and that we haven't gotten to doing, and whatever. With the flooding, the basement got flooded.
Oh my God.
The roof was like messed up. We had to get
tree that fell on the car.
Oh yeah, the tree that fell on the car. So he's getting his car fixed this week.
Okay.
Which means I have no car for a couple days because he takes my car.
Yeah.
But he's thinking about renting because whatever. I need the car in case of emergencies.
Of course, yeah.
So I'm not sure. I don't know. There's a lot of stuff going on.
Yeah. Okay.
Nothing but expenses for the year of 2024.
Well, hopefully it's an investment into the new life that you guys are walking into. So that's what it's a trade-off.
Yeah.
Thank you for the catch-up. That was a lot.
I survived.
You survived.
I'm here.
You survived. I feel like there were so many other things that happened too that we just didn't even get into. For me, we didn't really get into anything. But one of the major changes for me, which was I didn't spend Christmas with Tom.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
And that was very, very different for both of us. And we both felt very weird. And it was, okay, so let me explain.
Tom, I hope you learned your lesson.
No. So we were all supposed to go to Florida for Christmas because given everything that happened this year with the deaths and everything else, as a family, we were going to go spend time with the family that we
kind of like make up for.
Right. And, we asked, because again, I can't, it's not my business to share. So I'm also trying to like leave out certain things. So, we all were like, what are we going to do? What do you want to do? What do you want to do? So what we felt was the common denominator was we'll all go to spend Christmas in Florida, and we'll do that as the first Christmas without certain people in the family, right? And that was the plan. Work got crazy insane for me, and as I said, I was literally working almost sometimes 6:30 in the morning.
Yeah,
like my workouts were non-existent. Like because normally I wake up at 6, I work out, then I get ready, shower, change, get ready for work, whatever. My routine was completely off. I was exhausted. I was working nonstop every day, 7:30 to 11 o'clock at night, and sometimes even beyond that. And then weekends. So till Tom, I was like, just go without me. Like, I'll stay behind. There's no point in spending money for me to be on my work laptop, like to be working and not present. right? So let's just not spend the money and you go. It's fine. And it was one of those conversations that we had. He's like, "Are you sure? Are you sure?"
Because he was
Like,
yeah. I mean,
because I also know myself, and the old Giselle, the very immature younger Giselle, would have held that against him. Like, oh yeah, remember the Christmas that you left me and you know, like just stupid, right? But obviously these are different circumstances. He needed to be there for his mom. He needed to be there for his niece. He needed to be there also for himself. Like, there were major losses that affected all of them significantly. And I feel like they needed each other. And like, they needed to grieve and go through that process together. And it's bigger than just Christmas. It just happened to fall on Christmas. So it would have been the first Christmas without these people. So to go, and he kept like asking, like, "Are you sure? Are you sure? You sure you can't come? Like, you can't?" I was like, "I could go, but there's no point. It would be a waste of money, plane ticket, and those plane tickets are expensive around Christmas. It's just not worth it." So I told him I'd stay here with Derek, and you guys go have fun. My mom came over, which also was one of those things. I know you and Jess were like, "Uh-oh, what's that going to be like?" So my mom came over.
I was like, odd choice for company, but okay.
You know, it's weird because I wanted that. Like, normally, you know, I'm good, and because sometimes it's too much. We're so similar. I mean, also we're both Scorpios. Our birthdays are 2 days apart. Like, there's just so much that it's either we get along, we laugh, we have a good time, or it's just like, right? And so I asked her, I said, "Can you come stay with me? Like, I would like to have you come stay with me." And she's like, she was surprised. And she was like, "Really? Like, you want me to go stay with you?" I said, "Yeah, I'll pick you up and, you know, whatever. So I dropped off Tom Christmas Eve to the airport. And I was still working. I was working that morning, and I dropped him off, and then I went and picked up my mom. And it was so nice to have her. Like, obviously I miss Tom. It was weird, you know, whatever. And like, Derek would wake up and like, he was looking for him. Like, he would go all throughout and like, like, and like look for him. And I would FaceTime, you know, Tom and all that stuff, but it's obviously not the same. But my mom was there, and she brought my favorites, right? So I love red kidney beans with bacalao. So she made that for me. We ate for like 2 days. Then she made mango with cheese, like all of that. Like, and then she made my favorite, like chicken breast, like the way that she cooks certain things.
Yes, I get
never,
it. Yes.
You know that, right? I can never
replicate
it. Yeah. And so, you know, I was busy with that. Like, she was busy doing all that, but Derek doesn't know her like that. So I still had to do my job, 7:30 till 11. And then I had to take care of Derek because he wouldn't let her change his diaper.
Really?
Nothing. Because he doesn't know her like that. Like, we see her once a quarter, you know, once every 2 months maybe. So it was hard for me. It was very, very, very stressful, but I tried not to tell Tom. But every time he would text me or call me, he's like, "How's it going? Like, you're still working?" Like, it would be 10 o'clock. He's like, "You're still working?" I was like, "Yeah, I put Derek down and then I went back to work," you know? And it's just like, he's like, "Giselle, like, come on," you know? And it's just, it was one of those moments of like, what am I doing? Like, it's fucking Christmas Eve. Like, Tom's not here. Christmas Day, like, Derek only has me, and I'm not even fully present because I'm stressing over work. And I did really well for the month of December, like exceeded my numbers and all that stuff. You think I got a thank you? You think I got a great job from my manager?
No, so they didn't hold a meeting and shout out everybody, you know, like, hey.
So no, the company, the zone did, right? The zone did, and other managers congratulated me, but my own manager did not congratulate me or say anything, really, like acknowledge any part of it. And I'm like, what am I doing?
I'm sending your manager all the bad vibes.
No, but like, listen, and I get it. Like, work is work. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But I literally was like busting my ass to like make sure that I was just doing it all. And that shit was hard. Like, there were some days that and then my mom was here and she was cooking. She's like, "Pero Giselle, para de trabajar. And I'm like, I can't.
You sound like your mom right there.
Yeah. Like, I can't do it. And then at one point, I remember I closed the laptop and I remember I just started to like cry. And then I was like, what am I doing? Like, that's why I understand how Vic felt. Like, that shit doesn't mean anything. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And so, whatever. Obviously, I have to figure out the future long term.
Yeah.
But it was nice to have my mom here, and we were just talking. I would put on, she doesn't know how to operate. She knows cable TV. She doesn't understand the Hulu Live or, all this other stuff. So I had to control the TV for her. But tell me how. Normally I work here in this little office space guest room, but I was working in Tom's desk because I needed to be able to see Derek and do all of that. So I tell her, I'm like, I have these meetings, I have video calls, and I have all these things. And my mom is loud. She has 2 hearing aids. So she doesn't wear them all the time because they bug her. She's like, oh, no, yo oigo demasiado con eso. And I'm like, that's the point for you to hear. So I'm like, Ma, at least put one on, please, because otherwise she's talking very loud. So I go and I'm working and I'm having these meetings and, all this stuff. And I'm on video and talking and whatever. She's over here getting on the phone, talking to my aunt and like my grandmother and all this stuff, full volume in the other room, but I can still hear her. So then I had to like turn my camera off and put mute and like go, Ma, ponte el freaking aparato porque tú estás hablando demasiado alto. And then she's like, pero, and like, those are the little quirks that we had when she was here. And then, or she would give Derek more crackers and like bars, like little snacks. And I'm like, no, he needs to eat food.
Yeah.
And then I was like, no, like whatever. And I'm also in the middle of a meeting or doing something. So I would just like, I wouldn't snap at her, but it was like, Ma, no, like leave it alone. And then I would
like you didn't
get
mean
back to
like kind of like tell her.
It was, but it wasn't like a snap. And like, we obviously talked about it or whatever. It was just like I would be like, no. And I'd be like, oh yeah, like to the meeting.
Yeah.
And afterwards she's like, pero por eso que todo el mundo tiene que tener su casa, porque todo el mundo tiene su manera de vivir.
Oh my God, that sounds just like my mom. Oh my God. My mom says
tiene su
the
manera
same
de vivir
thing.
y todo el mundo tiene su costumbres y uno no puede estar en la casa ajena.
Sounds just like my mom.
Here.
My mom.
She stayed here for 4 days. Selma's gone for 4 days. So she stayed here for 4 days that were peak days for us because it was the end of the month. I'm in sales. The end of the month, you got to put in like, all that work, right? So I'm like, Ma, why do you turn it? Like afterwards when I get off the call and I wait for her to calm down too. I was like, Ma, it's not for us. Yo no te digo eso para que tú te pongas brava conmigo. Yo te digo eso porque yo estoy trabajando. Y like she gets it. And I'm like, pero no te pongas brava conmigo. And like I go hug her.
Yeah.
And she'll like get over it or whatever and she'll forget about it. But she gets so defensive. Yes. And then I also realized that she triggers that in me. Like she'll say a comment of something and then I'll be like, Ma, pero que si son los niños or whatever. Like, she's not used to Derek's. She sees Derek when he's like happy, having fun and all that stuff. She doesn't see the moments where he gets upset and he'll throw the marker caps or he doesn't want to eat. So he'll throw the little cup with the little crackers in it or whatever. And she's like, ay, pero él está whatever. And I'm like, yeah, Ma, él tiene 2 años. Like, this is what it is or whatever. And I'm like, let me chill because she doesn't know him like that. And this is just what it is. So we had to get through those little moments to like then be okay. But overall, it was great to have her. Just to have her here. Like there were moments that I would just sit next to her on the couch and hug her. And I'd be like, that's my mom. Like it was just, I've never felt that with her, like it just felt like I always had to figure it out myself, even though I know she did so much and figured out so much for us. Like she's the super parent, but I felt like I was a kid again. kind of like how you felt with your mom taking care of you. I felt like I can just chill for a moment because she was taking care of like the food and she was there to like kind of just simply enjoy my company, and I was enjoying her company. There was nothing else to it except talking, and then I'd let her vent about the family drama and all these other things that I really don't care about and I don't want to hear, but that's what she has to share. And it also helped her vent too, you know? So it was really nice. And then on the flip side, it was like, man, I miss Tom. I miss my husband. Like,
but now thinking about it, hindsight is 2020, like they always say. But was that the right choice to make, to let him go and you stay home? Okay.
Yeah. Like there's not any what's the word I'm looking for? There's no resentment. They needed that. That's good. And we talked about after, and they had a really nice time. He's like, of course I missed it. Like, I know he missed this, but he was like, it was nice. I was walking around with them.
And then did you guys do like something when he came back for like Derek's open presents or something? Or
yeah, so I saved the gifts, you know, from when he got back, and we did everything here ourselves. And we actually spent the weekend in Connecticut with some of our friends, and I think I posted like a video of Derek hopping on these little light things. So we went to like a light festival.
Okay, yeah, I did see that.
So that was really nice, and we got to like enjoy each other and just like,
that's good.
Like it was as if no time had passed. Obviously, we didn't actually spend Christmas together, but that was fine because I was at my brother's.
Derek doesn't even know the difference, like time wise, like when's Christmas. So I don't think that's a really big issue.
But he does say with the gifts, he goes ho ho ho, like he knows. But we went to my brother's. We had a great time. I made lasagna from scratch. And that was another thing. Jess was like, you're being overly ambitious. You don't have Tom there to help. Your mom isn't able to help you with Derek. And you're working these crazy hours. When are you going to make the actual lasagna? Just buy a frozen one and bring that. I was like, no, I'm going to make it from scratch. But I made 2 from scratch. And garlic bread and all that stuff. And it was a hit. So I was like, I can't do it all. I'm stressed, but I can't do it all. But yeah, it was nice though. And I'm glad that they had that time to themselves.
That's good.
You know? And then I got sick and work stuff. I hear the kids, they're back.
Sounds like they were. Yep.
He's calling for you?
He's crying because his sister probably whacked him in the head or something, or he hit himself because, you know, he has a tricycle and he rides a tricycle in a circle in a loop around our house downstairs. Round and round and round and round. And Sienna likes to hit him as he goes around.
Like with something? She'll throw something or she'll hit him.
She'll go up to him and hit him, or she'll bother him and say something terrible.
Gotcha.
Terrible. So he's very sensitive now. Anything.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh no, here we go.
That's the proper development time for it though. Right? But yeah, let's see. Chaos. We survived. We're back.
Yeah.
And did I forget anything?
I think so.
But I can't emphasize enough how nice it was to have my mom to be here.
And like, make food just from home.
Yeah, but
that you remember those flavors.
But it wasn't even like, yeah, that was nice. The food was nice, but it was just nice to be mothered.
To be taken care of a little bit.
But like Tom does that too, but it's just different.
What's
and I think I think it's because we had a challenging relationship, so I think having each other show love and support to one another without asking anything in return, because for years I felt I had to buy her love. I felt like I had to buy her things in order for her to show me affection and love, but obviously there's more to that. It's just the fact that she doesn't know how to show love. She doesn't know how, because she has her own childhood trauma that she hasn't worked through, you know? And so having her here, even with the chaos that was work and all of that stuff, like that was so nice. Like maybe it healed a part of me that I didn't even realize was still broken. Like I can't put it into words, but it was nice.
It's like you also got to think she's also you guys are in two different aspects of your lives right now.
Yeah.
So I feel like for them, I think your mom is almost the same age as my mom, right?
72? 70. Yeah, 72,
yeah. So they're like, they have I'm not sure what goes on through their brains, but it's like I'm sure there's a lot of regrets, a lot of realizations of things, and it's like watching, oh, okay, and then seeing you be a mom is different for her too. So it's kind of that changes their view a little bit, and it's like they think about how they treated you, I think. In hindsight, they're like, oh shit, and like they, I think that it's just you guys are in different times of your lives.
I think it healed different parts of both of us, like different things, because she said to me, and it was unexpected. Like we weren't even like talk. She just kind of randomly said it, so obviously it was on her mind. And she's like, it makes me so happy to see you as a mom. And she's like, you're such a good mom, and look how much love you give Derek. And all, I feel like crying. Like, it was just very unexpected.
Yeah.
And it's like,
see, that's what I'm saying. Like, you don't know what's going on in their brain, but like, there's stuff that like it goes off, because I see it in my mom. She says stuff like that. She's always like, I never expected to see you as a mom. She was like, you never spoke about that. I was like, yeah, because I wasn't fucking thinking about having kids. Like, that wasn't my MO, lady.
yeah. And then the other part too that she mentioned is she's like, look at how peaceful and good of a life you've been able to build with a good man, right? And like a good partner that's here for you. And she's like, I'm so glad that you have Tom on your side. She's like, you guys have a good routine going. How do you guys normally do this by yourselves? And I'm like, we just do.
It just goes on,
we just do. Because she's like, obviously she helps my brother and Just, but we just have to figure it out, right? And she mentioned that, she's like, I'm so glad. And then she goes, like, she flips and she's like, yeah, because I'm glad you didn't end up with basically like a deadbeat. I'm not going to say the word she technically used, but, that, she had to deal with. So it was just nice to know she appreciated, because that's really what I think it was. She appreciates my growth and like who I am as an adult and as a mom, as a parent, as a wife, as not just her daughter.
Yeah.
And so I think that was one of the first times that she saw me as that. And maybe not. Maybe that's just the first time she verbalized it. Maybe she acknowledged it beforehand, but that was the first time she verbalized it. So that was really nice for me. So in retrospect, when you asked, like, was that the right move? I think it was, because Tom got to have some healing time with his family, right? With the loss of his brother and all that stuff. And I got to have the healing time with my mom, and otherwise that would have never happened. Yeah, that would have, because I didn't know what to expect. I didn't know if she was going to come here and I would have to drive her back home the same day. From all that. But we're just at a different point in our lives.
Yeah.
I'm very grateful. We both fought really hard and different battles internally and externally to like get to where we are. But I felt proud to know that my mom sees that. Like she can acknowledge that and see that. And it proves to me, like, no matter how old you are, you're always going to seek some sort of validation from your parents. Yeah. Like, well, why does that even, but it does. It has an impact on, like, obviously I don't value myself more or less based on that, but it was just nice to get that acknowledgement. So, anybody else that might have a difficult relationship or challenging relationship with a parent, unless they're a piece of shit, like, that's different. Like, I will never, ever allow my father back into my life. Like, that's just a done deal. But with things like this, like, I understand why she did certain things, and she just didn't know any better. She's still learning. No matter how old you are, you're still learning. And I think her seeing the healthy relationship that I have with Tom, with my son, and how my brother has that relationship with Jess and the kids and all that stuff, it's also teaching her, like, that's what it was supposed to be like.
Mm-hmm.
And I went through the horribleness, like from my mom's perspective, I went through the horribleness so that they can now have
Mm-hmm.
that and
Mm-hmm.
know what not to give into, right?
Mm-hmm.
But anyway, yeah, I'm glad we are where we are. But it was a very nice Christmas, despite Tom not being here. And I know he had a nice Christmas, despite us not being together. But we made it work. We celebrated it before and after, and
that's good.
It's fine. But that's it. There are other life changes. We'll talk about it later on.
Mm-hmm.
But that was a significant change. So this is why we didn't record for a month. There was like a bunch of shit going on, and
I was still trying to get better too.
Yeah. And I did want to record last week, but again, I had no voice. So yeah. But here we are. We made it there. I don't even know. Are we gonna put this out today or next week?
I think we're better off putting it out till next week, and then
next week.
But it's up to you. Whatever you want to do.
No, it's well,
next week. So that way it gives us time to catch up and think of other things that we want to talk about as well.
Oh, there's plenty of other things that we need to catch up on. Are you kidding me? There's so many viral things that went through, and the daycare debate was still an ongoing thing. There's new research and all this other crap. But anyway, all right. Thank you guys for listening. I think that's pretty much it for catching up on the holiday craziness that we survived. And then all the nice highlights from it too. So thank you for sharing, because that was a lot. And I know that was hard. But I'm glad it turned into like positive things, for both of you guys and the family. Thank you guys for listening. We will see you guys next episode, and thank you for the support. Year. Happy New Year. May this year bring you guys positive enlightenment and growth.
Yep.
And, whatever struggles and things you were dealing with 2023, hopefully it turns into a better, what's the word I'm looking for?
Something good and something positive.
Yeah.
For 2024.
Yeah. And thank you for the support. I can't believe it's been a year.
Yeah.
So thank you guys. We'll see you guys next episode. And
remember, you're doing a great job.
You remember. All right. Thank you guys. Have a great day.
Bye.
Bye.